Hello everyone, welcome back to GSTEF TV, your number one destination for the juiciest, most intriguing, and heart-stirring Nollywood updates that will leave you speechless. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now because today's gist is one that's already shaking the entire Nollywood industry to its core. It is a gist that has got fans divided, actors reacting, and social media completely on fire. We are talking about the legendary Pete Edochie, the man whose voice and wisdom have defined generations of actors, and the shocking statements he just made about Sonia, Uche and Maurice that are setting the entire internet ablaze. Yes, you heard that right. The veteran actor, a legend whose presence commands respect across Africa, recently spoke about the new generation of Nollywood stars. But it was what he said about Sonia, Uche and Maurice that has completely turned everything upside down. In an interview that is now trending everywhere, Pete Edochie didn't just talk about Sonia's rising influence in Nollywood. He called her one of the most impactful forces to emerge from the new generation. He went further to say that he is personally anticipating working with both Sonia, Uche and Maurice in a movie he described as a blockbuster that will, in his words, bring the internet to its knees. That single line alone has become the talk of the town. The moment Pete Edochie made that statement, social media went wild. Some fans said it was a dream come true, a golden moment that signifies the connection between the old and the new Nollywood. But others had a different reaction. They claimed the legendary actor's words sounded biased and that he might be carried away by the online hype surrounding Sonia and Maurice, especially with how their chemistry and rising fame have dominated conversations in recent times. According to Pete Edochie, he sees greatness in both Sonia and Maurice. He also said that no one should be surprised if Sonia, Uche and Maurice win Best Actress and Best Actor of the Year. That single prediction sent shockwaves across the industry because everyone knows that when a man like Pete Edochie speaks, people listen. For someone of his status to publicly predict that Sonia and Maurice will sweep such major awards automatically creates tension. Some believe that his words may have placed a heavy burden on their shoulders, while others think it has stirred rivalry among other Nollywood stars who have been working tirelessly to earn similar recognition. The internet did not take long to react. Within minutes, social media platforms were filled with debates. Some fans praised Pete Edochie for recognizing raw, natural talent and said it was high time someone from the older generation acknowledged what Sonia and Maurice bring to the screen. One fan on X wrote, "When the Lion of Nollywood speaks, everyone listens." Pete Edochie has seen what many refuse to see. Sonia and Maurice are the future. Another fan commented, "He spoke nothing but the truth." Sonia Uche has range, passion, and authenticity. Maurice is powerful, consistent, and unshakably talented. This combination is golden. However, not everyone agreed. A wave of critical voices also rose online. Some fans argued that the veterans' comments could create unnecessary comparison among young stars. Why make it sound like Sonia is the only talented young actress in Nollywood, a fan posted. What about Pearl Watts, Bimbo Ademoye, Chani Nainibi? They are doing incredible work too. Another viral comment read, "With all due respect, Pete Edochie is a legend, but calling Sonia and Maurice the next big winners might be premature. They are good, but they are not yet at that legendary level. Let them grow without that kind of pressure." Despite the mixed opinions, one thing remains clear. Pete Edochie's endorsement of Sonia and Maurice has elevated their names even higher. Some industry watchers now see it as a symbolic passing of the torch from one generation to another. But others warn that the sudden spotlight could lead to tension within Nollywood. A few insiders claim that some established actors are not thrilled about the way Sonia and Maurice are being celebrated. They fear that the industry is beginning to revolve too much around them. Interestingly, some fans believe Pete Edochie's statement carries a deeper meaning. Many have been talking about the undeniable connection between Sonia and Maurice that seems to go beyond the screen. Their chemistry in movies has often been described as magical and too real to ignore. For months, fans have been speculating about what really exists between them, and Pete's comment seems to have added more fuel to that fire. One fan on Facebook wrote, "Pete Edochie knows talent when he sees it, but I think he also sees something special between them. Their energy is not ordinary." Another fan commented, "This man has worked with legends. If he says Sonia and Maurice have something rare, then maybe it's because he sees that their partnership brings out the best in both." But even these interpretations have created their own share of controversy. Some people believe Pete Edochie's praise could be seen as favoritism in an already competitive industry. They feel it might overshadow the efforts of other actors who have been in Nollywood for years, struggling for recognition. A critic wrote, "Many actors have been working hard for over a decade without getting this kind of public endorsement. It's not fair that just because of social media popularity and chemistry, Sonia and Maurice are suddenly being treated as the best." Ironically, the more people argue about it, the more attention Sonia and Maurice get. Every disagreement, every hot take, and every online thread keeps pushing them further into the spotlight. Whether people agree or not, Pete Edochie has made them the central topic of discussion. Some fans have even started calling them the royal pair of Nollywood, a title that's spreading fast across social media. Insiders close to Sonia revealed that she was deeply moved by Pete Edochie's words. Those close to her said she was humbled, surprised, and emotional. She has always respected him as a living legend, someone whose opinion defines greatness. For her, hearing that he sees potential and greatness in her was a life-changing moment. As for Maurice Sam, sources say he was proud but cautious. He smiled when he heard the news and expressed gratitude, but also said he now feels even more responsible to live up to that expectation. However, not everyone in Nollywood is celebrating. Rumors are spreading that a few colleagues have quietly distanced themselves from the duo because of the excessive attention they are now getting. There are also reports that some producers are already trying to capitalize on this hype, competing to cast Sonia and Maurice together in major productions. According to one insider, 3 top Nollywood filmmakers are currently working on different scripts, hoping to sign the 2 stars for projects that could ride on Pete Edochie's prophecy. Meanwhile, fans can't stop imagining what it would look like to have Pete Edochie, Sonia Uche, and Maurice Sam in one movie. Social media has exploded with fan-made posters, artwork, and imagined titles. Some are calling it The Legacy, while others say it should be titled The Rise of Greatness. No matter what name it takes, everyone agrees that if that collaboration happens, it will be one of the biggest moments in Nollywood history. Still, there are people who think Pete Edochie may have spoken too soon. Some fans warn that making such bold predictions can create unrealistic expectations. If Sonia and Maurice don't win those awards, people will mock them, one fan said. They'll say Pete Edochie was wrong or that he overhyped them. The pressure is already too much. Another wrote, sometimes, praise can be as dangerous as criticism. They'll now be judged differently, and every performance will be compared to the standard Pete just set for them. But despite the noise, one thing is undeniable. Pete Edochie's words have carried power. They have changed the atmosphere in Nollywood. He has made people talk, debate, and take a closer look at the younger generation. For Sonia and Maurice, this could either be a blessing or a challenge. Some say this is their defining moment, while others believe it's a test of how they handle fame, expectation, and pressure. As the controversy rages on, one can't ignore the fact that the entertainment world hasn't been this energized in years. The fusion of old-school respect and new-age stardom is creating something electric. Some fans are calling it the dawn of a new era in Nollywood, while others believe it's a storm waiting to happen. But one thing everyone agrees on is that Sonia Uche and Maurice Sam are now at the center of it all. So the question now is, will Pete Edochie's words come true? Will Sonia and Maurice rise above all the noise and prove him right? Or will the weight of expectation become too heavy to carry? Only time will tell. For now, all eyes are on them, all conversations lead back to them, and all fans are waiting to see what happens next. Absolutely. Continuing seamlessly from where the gist stopped, still in your GSTEF TV signature storytelling style, no subheadings, no dashes, no lists, no pigeon, and maintaining the same emotional and controversial tone. The reactions have not stopped pouring in, and it seems like everyone now has an opinion about Pete Edochie's statement. Some believe it was a blessing in disguise, while others feel he unintentionally created a competition that will now put immense pressure on the new generation of stars. The truth is, when someone like Pete Edochie speaks, his words don't just fade away. They echo, they spark conversations, and they reshape the narrative of the entire industry. In this case, his words have done more than just acknowledge talent. They have drawn a clear line between the old and the new, between the icons who paved the way and the rising stars who are now taking center stage. And right at the center of that storm stand Sonia, Uche and Maurice. Ever since the video of Pete Edochie's interview went viral, the two actors have become the most discussed names in Nollywood. Their pictures, movie clips, and interviews are circulating everywhere. Even international blogs have started picking up the story, calling them the faces of the next Nollywood revolution. But what's interesting is that the attention is not just about their acting skills. It's about everything that comes with them. Their chemistry, their presence, their charisma, and of course, the mystery surrounding their relationship that fans can't seem to stop talking about. In the midst of the hype, some critics have started asking hard questions. Are Sonia and Maurice really the best of their generation, or are they simply the most talked about? Is their rise purely about talent, or is it also about how the internet has shaped the new face of fame? These questions have created heated arguments on talk shows, blogs, and fan pages. One popular Nollywood blogger wrote, "Pete Edochie is a legend, but I think the industry is changing faster than many realize. It's not just about talent anymore. It's about energy, visibility, and connection with the audience. Sonia and Maurice have mastered that balance." Another commentator replied, "True, but you can't deny talent either. Maurice's emotional depth and Sonia's natural delivery set them apart. That's not hype. That's skill." The conversation keeps growing. Every time one debate dies down, another begins. Some people have even gone as far as saying Pete Edochie might be the reason why producers will start rethinking casting decisions. Since his statement, several production houses have reportedly reached out to Sonia and Maurice, hoping to work with them before their schedules become too packed. One producer allegedly said, "If Pete Edochie wants to work with them, that's enough proof that they are bankable." Every filmmaker now wants that magic. On the other hand, a few insiders say the praise might also come with hidden risks. Some older actors reportedly feel that the media has forgotten about their contributions. They believe that this new wave of attention towards Sonia and Maurice might make it seem like others are suddenly less relevant. One insider revealed that a veteran actress recently complained during a private industry meeting, saying that the new generation is being glorified too easily. According to her, the standards have dropped because social media hype now replaces years of hard work and consistency. But despite the whispers and shade, Sonia and Maurice remain at the center of the storm, calm and focused. Those who know them personally say they are taking everything in stride. They are aware of the weight of Pete Edochie's words, but they are also grateful for the recognition. They both see it as an opportunity to prove themselves even more, not through talk, but through performance. Fans have continued to shower them with love. Under every post about them, thousands of comments pour in. Some fans are already calling for awards to be handed to them now, insisting they have earned it. Others are defending them against the backlash, saying they didn't ask for Pete Edochie's praise but deserve to be celebrated nonetheless. One fan wrote on Instagram, "They didn't beg for this attention. Their work spoke for them. Let's give them credit for being consistent, passionate, and professional." Another fan added, "Pete Edochie didn't make them stars. He just confirmed what we've been seeing all along." The love and criticism continue to blend into one huge conversation that has no signs of stopping. Every major Nollywood blog has joined the trend, analyzing the legend's statement from different angles. Some have turned it into a debate about generational differences, while others have called it a sign of the changing face of Nigerian cinema. Meanwhile, there is another layer to this story that no one can ignore. Some movie lovers believe that Pete Edochie's prediction of Sonia and Maurice possibly winning Best Actor and Actress of the Year could actually come true. Both of them have had an incredible run of hit projects this year, dominating digital platforms and earning global attention. Their movies trend for days, their emotional scenes go viral, and their fanbase continues to grow massively. If they do end up winning, Pete Edochie's statement will become legendary prophecy. But if they don't, it could also turn into a moment of controversy. A fan on X captured this sentiment perfectly by saying, "Pete Edochie has already made their journey more intense. If they win, he becomes the prophet of Nollywood. If they lose, haters will mock them endlessly." And that is exactly what makes this situation so dramatic. Nollywood insiders are now calling this moment the most defining of 2025. Every move Sonia and Maurice make from now on will be analyzed. Every scene, every role, every public appearance will be watched closely. The pressure is unimaginable, but so is the opportunity. For the first time in a long time, Nollywood feels alive again, with everyone curious to see what will happen next. In a surprising twist, there are reports that a major international streaming company has reached out to Edochie's management, expressing interest in the possibility of producing the movie he hinted at with Sonia and Maurice. If that collaboration truly happens, it could mark one of the biggest cross-generational partnerships in African cinema. The idea of Edochie, Sonia Uche, and Maurice starring together in one film is enough to make fans lose their minds. People are already predicting record-breaking views and award nominations even before a single scene is shot. Still, as the excitement grows, so does the controversy. Some fans feel the industry is becoming too centered around personalities instead of the craft. They argue that constant discussions about who deserves recognition or who has the most chemistry distract from the art of storytelling itself. Others disagree, saying that every generation needs new faces to carry the torch forward, and Sonia and Maurice have earned their moment. One thing is certain though. Edochie has once again proven his influence. With just a few words, he managed to set an entire industry in motion.